Odd Conduit Media.
What's it gonna be?
You are now listening to the
Hyrule Podcasters! Rumble, rumble. Sup, Buzz Blobs? Welcome to another episode of
Hyrule Podcasters.
I'm your co-host, Pat.
And I'm your co-host, Ben.
On this podcast, we play through each game in Nintendo's Zelda franchise.
Right you are. We're pretty practiced gamers, but we're not experts or purists. Nope. We're just experiencing each game, start to finish, in chronological order. And that's a chronological release order.
Yeah, I've been thinking about how we say that, and it might be confusing.
Same deal.
Maybe we should change our intro. What do you think?
We may.
Viewers, listeners, should we change our intro? It'd be nice to freshen it up anyway.
Yeah, probably. Probably a little bit of this out of the other thing.
I'm kind of like, why don't we just do it at the beginning of season 2? But you know what? We're just rolling. It's smooth.
We are.
Everything's nice and smooth.
We're just here to have fun, hang out, enjoy life, and change intros on the fly.
Because we can. Because we make the rules. It's nice to make the rules sometimes.
You know it.
So we're playing A Link to the Past right now.
For season 2, which is aptly named A Link to the Podcast.
And we are on our 3rd episode of playing A Link to the Past. How you enjoying it so far, Ben?
It has been as nostalgically lovely as I had hoped it was going to.
Yeah. When's the last time you played this game through?
All the way through?
Mm-hmm.
Years, decade.
Maybe.
A
decade? Wow.
Maybe.
How far do you usually get?
Well, see, that's the thing. One of the things that I'm really excited to do is we've mentioned that we're not using save states while playing, but we do save our state at the end of each game just so we have it.
Right.
I am really excited to kind of keep a save state of maybe like you have like 4 crystals left in the Dark World.
Yeah, those dungeons are really fun to play and would be really cool to master. So that when you, because you guys know what it's like. You pick up a game that you haven't played in a while,
right?
And you start from the start, right? And then you play a half an hour to an hour and a half,
right? And
then you don't touch it again for a couple years.
Absolutely.
And this is one of those games that it seems like you have been doing that with, Ben.
Yeah. So one of my favorite games is Final Fantasy VI.
Mm-hmm.
And I found somebody online that just had save states that you could download for ROMs.
Oh, I never thought of that.
And it was incredible. It was awesome. It was, I will find it and put it in the show notes.
Oh, cool.
It was just one of those amazing internet discoveries. And this person, like, they keep the website. It is up to date. I mean, it looks like it's from the early 2000s, like when you just had to have like little GIFs of people everywhere and little animations, whatnot.
Just had to.
But he is updating it. You can still download the files. And for a lot of the games, the website has this really great feature where you can either download a save state that's at 100% for that exact time, or one that's closer to like 70%, right? So one where the person is maxing out all the levels, getting every single item, and another one where they're playing it more casually. So that way you can kind of
that's
pick
really
your experience.
Cool. I bet that
yeah, it is really cool.
Clue Land. Remember Clue Land? That game is on the Virtual Console now.
It's on if you have not played that and you have the Virtual Console, it is a fun hour and a half.
Yeah, it's an arcade game. You're this little, you're like a blob, and you move through a square, and there are little
you're a blob
pegs,
with arms.
And when you press a button, right, your little hook arm sticks out. And you hook and spin around these little pegs. And you have to complete shapes that are made by diamonds between pegs that are only generated when you swing between them.
I always thought those were rupees, and this was like it was an offshoot of the Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, they do look a lot like rupees.
They do.
You know, remember like thinking is this game connected to that game? And then you get to like, I don't know, spoiler, Link's Awakening, and there's like Mario stuff in it. I guess in this game,
Right.
there's some Mario stuff.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
Well, I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out. I guess, and with that, maybe it's time to start digging in and finding some things out.
All right, so let's wake Link up from his nap here.
He was napping on the lawn.
So we are just outside of the second palace, the Desert Palace. We're going for the second pendant. This has the Beamos in it that like to get you no matter where you go.
They love it. That's their favorite thing to do.
That is.
You can run, but you cannot hide. I mean,
No.
sometimes you can hide from the behind a stone statue or something. Man, so I'm looking at this dungeon that is just completely filled with sand.
Yes.
And there's sand monsters popping out. How does this dungeon not just sink into the sand? The foundation of this dungeon must be magical.
So we're heading to the right because there was a locked door back here, and I actually forgot last week that I actually picked the key up that I needed for here until I was outside the dungeon and was trying to figure out where to go.
Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah. So you did like wander around a bit in places that you weren't technically able to get to yet.
Correct.
And that's the name of the game. It's one of the names of the game. Ben is hiding behind stone statues because the Beamos is going after him. Hey, we got a compass.
You found the compass. Now you can pinpoint the lair of the dungeon's evil master. All masters are evil, right? So now this room, so this room has cannons that are shooting balls at us from the side.
And the cannons move up and down the wall so that you can be confused by their patterns.
Yeah.
And now we opened a chest and got the big key.
You got the big key. This is the master key of the dungeon. It can open many locks that small keys cannot.
Nice.
Oh, we tried to just dash right through, but we got hit by the cannonball. So
Got hit by the cannonballs. You got to take those risks every now and then. It's all about taking risks.
Well, that's that is definitely one of the ways that I have become a better gamer.
Wrists.
Is realizing that life is also a resource you can use. Because as long as you have one heart left, you can still live. And so not always being so concerned if I'm not at, like 100% health.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, sometimes I'll play a game like The Adventure of Link and save the state constantly. And sometimes I don't. Oh, we just got into a room with a big old treasure chest in it. Yeah.
You got the power glove. You can feel strength in both hands. You can pick up and carry stones now.
Yo, that's awesome. That power glove looks strikingly like the power glove that exists in reality.
Yes, it does. Yeah, the NES power glove.
Cool. So it's not one of our items. It's in our, what does that say? Do?
Yeah, so if you're looking at the items screen, you get kind of a couple different sections. And one of the sections is what you can do with the A button. And our lift just went from a score of 1 to a score of 2. So...
Dos. Zwei. How many languages can you say 2 in?
At least 3.
Prove it.
Was that for me or was that for the audience?
That was for everybody to just think about how many languages they can say the number 2 in. Although I remember as a kid playing a lot more recklessly than you. Okay, so we are now able to lift our stones next to the little plot of grass that we napped in. And above this door that we are now able to enter because we lifted the stones is this little 3-circled triangle-faced guy with little talons, and we're going back into the dungeon. I like the indoor-outdoor feel.
Oh, all right.
You could really sell this.
You walk right in here, and you're immediately shot at by a Beamo. And we're going to hide behind... Okay, you cannot hide behind blocks.
You know, whenever you call it a
So now we're...
BMO instead of a BMO. Oh, nice. Push the block, open the door. I think of BMO from Adventure Time.
Okay, so this is an interesting kind of room. So the tiles of the floor are coming up and are...
They levitate and then launch at us, and Ben's doing a terrible job of dodging them.
So I got the key and I opened the door, but I'm not sure if they're gonna give me something if I complete this. So I kind of gotta let it go.
You figured it out. You've gotten the
There we go.
the
Now
pattern
we got a pattern
down of dodging these tiles as they like fly at you.
which is literally just okay. You get nothing. That kind of looks
You
like a
get
little
nothing.
Space Invader, doesn't it?
It does look like a Space Invader. I always thought that it looked like a skull with crossbones.
I mean, it makes a lot more sense. But
I don't think
Let's
Space
just, like-
Invader did the
let's
Nintendo
just
thing.
take a look at this room real quick. So we just came up on the floor 2, and now we're walking over a little bridge. And they could have just made this like a room with a little. Like, it could have just been a square room, but they decided, no, we're gonna give this like depth. We're gonna have this like be this little bridge. You can't ever get to that spot below, but it's just so cool. They just kind of like those little design features are just really nice and just really make it such an engaging game.
I agree. I always thought that room was like, why is this here? I wish there was at least a bad guy in it. But now I understand. It's like not every room holds some great importance. Not every treasure chest has something super important in it. You know, like when we got the arrows. Oh!
Okay, so if you run into a BMO statue, it also hurts you.
Noted.
So
You can't even touch the thing. Don't you know that it's toxic?
So this room has a whole bunch of BMOs, and it has Popo.
Uh-huh.
And there we go. We're just looking for
Ben got a key. There's also little fire pits. What do you call them, Ben? You got a like vocab word for that.
Braziers.
Brazier. Rhymes with Frasier. I wonder
Alright.
if Frasier keeps any braziers in his house. Ben's now dodging another floor that's throwing the tiles at him.
We're just gonna
Oh.
bounce out of it.
And he
I don't
just
think there's anything there.
ran through. Now he's in a room with 2 braziers and a red. What are these guys called?
Igor.
Igors. And the room like seems to stop short. Doesn't seem to be much, but the four braziers seem to be in formation.
We are
So
going
he's
to
now equipping the
light these
lantern.
bad boys up.
Heat him up, and hey, the wall's
How
moving
cool
to
is
the
that?
left.
That's so cool. That's
And
so
you
cool.
kind of shake the whole thing kind of shakes.
Yeah.
Looks very cool, exposing a door with a big keyhole.
That looks like a boss door.
Looking like a boss door. And behind do we have any fairies?
No, we're good.
Okay.
Totally good.
Okay.
We have no fairies.
No fairies going in. Raw daddy-o. All right. Oh, so there are these sandworms jumping out of the ground. They like announce their entrance by having these little brown blobbies show up that are the dirt being disturbed. And they hop out and then they hop back in. But when they bounce out, they also spray 4 pebbles in each direction to the corners of the square room from where they start. So Ben's dodging that while also slicing these, and he's decided to keep his weapon charged so that he can use the spinny attack, which I think is a great idea.
Thank you. I feel like you gave me this advice at some other point in this.
Yeah,
playthrough.
keeping that thing charged is usually the move, because you don't have to be as precise with your strikes.
Yeah, I like it.
You can just kind of let it out. And I don't know if it's more powerful, but it seems more powerful.
I think it's more powerful.
Yeah, I think it's more powerful too. Maybe that's something we can test at some point to figure out. Okay, so Ben's still got all 3 of them. It looks like he's getting them all, at the same time, at the same consistency, because there's no way possible to choose which ones you're fighting.
Yeah.
So this is called the land molus. The land molas.
There's one done.
All right, very good.
We're down to 1 heart.
1 heart.
which means we can.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Oh, I got 2 hits in on that guy.
You got this.
Oh,
You
that's
got
not it.
this. You're
That's a bad
beeping.
spot to be in. There we
That's a
go.
bad spot to be in. So you kind of have to position yourself directly under the or next to the little brown disturbances in the ground so that you don't get hit by the guys when they first come out. Oh, okay, he got another one down. Don't get cocky. And another strike on the final land mola.
Oh wow.
And, oh,
Okay,
now
so
he's spraying like
that was like
8.
8 shots.
Yep, instead of just 4. And you've expertly dodged it, and you got him again, and he's still not going down. All right. Oh my goodness, and he almost landed right on top
Oh
of
my
you.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Come this way. Oh!
Oh, and he was just in and out real quick that time. Didn't spend much time airborne, so there was no opportunity to make the stab. Oh my gosh, and you got him one more time. Apparently Ben hasn't hit this guy at all when the other two are still alive. That was another quick out of the ground and back in. Oh my gosh.
Oh come
And that
on.
was another quick one.
He's literally just jumping
so Ben's
up and-
keeping his distance because it's kind of hard to dodge these little pebbles as they come out.
Very hard
But he
to
might
dodge
just
the
have to
pebbles.
like get in there and go for it. Do you know how much they take? A heart, a half a heart. There you go. And oh, did you miss that one?
No,
Oh,
I got
it's
him.
so
I got
close. You hit him that time. It just didn't. Oh my
Yeah, okay,
gosh.
so I must have never hit this guy.
You must
or
have not hit this
he has
guy
like
at-
fairies below him.
Oh,
There we go.
All right. Oh.
Oh man.
That was a tense situation. And we got a heart. And Link holds the pendant triumphantly in the air. It's blue. Very proud. Good job, Ben. That was some expert timing. And here you go.
You won the Pendant of Power. Your goal of finding 3 pendants is in sight. Go for the last one.
A little twirly, sword in the air, spotlight close, and reopen. And we're back outside. I stick to what I say. I don't think this place is built very well. I think maybe they should get somebody to redo the floors in there because
Oh yeah.
it is just quicksand left and right.
You're a little concerned about the structural integrity of the
I
desert.
am. It's a nice place, and now that there's not a bunch of sandworms running it,
Oh, that's true.
maybe it's time we could get a little, get a bar in there, maybe a lobby, rent some of the rooms out to travelers.
So now we can pick up stones, which means we just get to just pick up stones everywhere. Oh, there's like a little
Oh yeah.
critter under this stone who's like pooping out rupees.
Oh, he is. That's so nice of him. Thanks for pooping out
I
rupees.
just found a secret underground passage.
And there's a little guy in it. Hey, check out the cave east of Lake Hylia, will ya? Strange and wonderful things live in it. Whoa, hey.
Hey, whoa, hey. So yeah, so I think we
This guy
got.
knows what's up.
They really want us to get the ice rod. I feel like.
They're just like pointing us in that direction.
Go
over
to the
and
ice
over
rod.
again.
Please go to the ice rod.
I feel like you don't need it to beat the game though.
I know that you need it to beat the game.
You do know that you needed to beat the game.
I do know that. Yes.
Oh man. Wow. You know, come to think of it, last time I played this game, I don't think I got the ice rod, and I got to an enemy that you have to freeze, and I had to go all the way back.
Yeah. That.
But I played this game like a year and a half ago.
Oh, that recently. That's nice.
But I used the rewind feature until I got to every dungeon. Ooh, a bomb wall. What's
Got it.
behind the bomb wall? I let myself like use save states and stuff, except for in dungeons, which was fun for me. Hey.
What
So
are
we
these
got the
guys
mini moldorms, which are little worms,
Oh yeah.
and Ben's trying to like. There's a pit you can't cross, but he's trying to take them out with arrows, and his accuracy percentage is like 5 right now, but that's okay.
Oh, I got that guy while he was moving. That was.
You got that guy. That was a good moving target.
Oh, we got another
Oh, look,
guy
another
here.
guy.
Hey, take some rubies, but don't tell anyone I gave them to you. Keep it between us, okay? Hey.
Hey, 300 ropes. Getting paid to keep our mouth shut. And that, my friends, is called blackmail.
What's the difference between blackmail and extortion? Is blackmail just a type of extortion?
You know, I just watched a spy show front to back, and I feel like I should know. But I don't. I have a friend who writes about blackmail for, there was a fairy. Oh, well, you were dashing. For a living, but I probably shouldn't name drop him because he never wants his face to be in any of my rap stuff. So maybe he doesn't want me to talk about him on my podcast.
That seems fair. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Ooh, we found another fairy in a cave. You don't have full hearts.
Yeah.
So when we were kids, Ben was the real careful one, and I was just like plow through, die a lot, but I never used any of my items. You know, I was like, don't use the arrows.
Yes, Patrick was an item hoarder.
And Ben was a heart hoarder. And together, we filled up our house with items and hearts, and then somebody had to come in and take all the stuff away.
So now we're heading towards the northeast as that old man gave us a clue about turning into a fish. So,
I want to turn into a fish.
But you love the water, man.
I got in the lake today. Even if it's only 15 minutes, really resets you, you know what I mean? It's such a bummer to not be able to jump in the water in the first 2 Zelda games. That's definitely a huge complaint of mine.
So here we have a lady stirring a pot with a witch's head on. We don't want to typecast her as a witch, but
she's clearly a witch.
Double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble, making mushroom brew I am.
Wow,
so
lady.
we were trying to not typecast her, and then she just had to say the most like famous witchy thing you can from Shakespeare.
She came with it. She's not ashamed. Little signpost reads,
"Welcome to the magic shop. The waterfall of wishing is just ahead."
Picking up some big rocks again.
Do you think I'm going to be able to stick with the different voices for item discovery versus signage? I don't think so.
Your signage is a little more excited.
That's true.
I'm just saying this out loud to help us remember.
So we got those buzz bobs all around us. As we
these little guys. Did I talk about them already? They look like a jelly bean with legs, kind of.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Like an elongated jelly bean with legs, and when you touch them, they zap you.
Ooh. So we just definitely got into a different area. Yep, and there are Zoras.
The
everywhere.
Zoras are out of the water. They're popping out. They're walking around. You can't get in the water. Ben's jumping in. They if you hurt them, they crouch down or something. And
yeah, it's kind of weird.
Get all squishy. I don't get that animation at all. But it's kind of cool. And I guess this is the first time that we see the bottom half of a Zora.
I think that's right.
Right? And then later on, they become like a peaceful race. But you also have bad and good Zoras in Breath of the Wild, right? Those are technically the same species.
Yeah.
But they look very different. So it's kind of like a maze. And there's so much going on the screen that it's lagging.
Yeah, so there are Zoras popping out of waterfalls and shooting fireballs at me. There's Zoras popping out of waterfalls and jumping up and trying to attack me.
It's a very exciting moment.
It is.
And you just kind of have to navigate through this maze of the water that's shallow enough to walk on. And then we approach a large
and it just starts
waterfall.
rumbling. And we get a giant whirlpool and a giant Zora just pops out.
What do you want, little man? You have something to ask me?
So we can say, I want the flippers, or I just dropped by. We want the flippers.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't just give flippers away for free. I sell them for 500 rupees a pair.
So now we're asked, what do? We can pay 500 rupees or quit after all. I think we'll pay 500 rupees. We'll get them.
One pair of flippers coming up. I will give you a free bonus with your purchase. I will let you use the magic waterways of the sea folk, which link lakes and rivers. When you see a whirlpool, dive into it. You never know where you'll surface.
You bought Zora's flippers. With these, you should be able to swim even in deep water.
Shout out to Googie. Well, that's great. and we can just swim away, hopping
that.
over waterfalls like it
Look at
ain't
that.
nothing.
Look at us. Look at us.
He looks like he's doing the breaststroke.
Absolutely, yeah. So we jump off a waterfall. Oh, and we get a piece of heart.
Yeah.
And
buddy.
that actually fills in our heart container. So we now have 7 hearts. And you know what else? Beetle took our advice and is chilling here in the sun instead of being in those dank caverns.
Good for Beetle. You know, Beetle, I'm proud of you. Let's just oh, hey, if you want to sell me something, that's fine too. Sure. What do you got today? Jeez, it's good to see Beetle
I know,
hanging
give
out
him some
somewhere
sun.
other than a dingy place.
Exactly. All right, so I wonder if they'll still attack us, even though we can swim. Yep, they're still going to attack us. So
The Zora are on their feet and looking aggressive.
all right, so now we would need to find the wishing well.
Yeah, everybody's been talking about it. Ben's just killing some crabs for no reason. What a savage.
All right, so let's go. Let's check out this waterfall.
Is this waterfall?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, and you can swim right through it. Walking up. Oh.
Mysterious pond. Won't you throw something in? What will you do? So we're gonna throw an item, and let's throw the boomerang.
Let's see what happens. Oh, hey, what's up? Fairy appears. Hello there. Did you drop this?
Yes or no, I didn't. Well, we are a truthful person, so we'll say yes.
I like an honest person. I will give you something better in return. And she disappears.
You got the magical boomerang. You can throw this faster and farther than your old one.
And it's red instead of blue, which is cool. And now we have no choice but to leave. So let's see what else we can upgrade in this.
Absolutely.
In this wishing, in this mysterious pond.
So we're gonna throw in the bow and arrow.
Wishes.
Because, you get silver arrows in the Legend of Zelda, so maybe we can get those here too.
Hello there. Did you drop this? I will give it back to you then.
Don't drop it again.
Wow. All right.
All right, so
We won't drop it again.
all right, so we can only throw in certain things. So we will save you all the us listening to us throw in every single item, even though I'm sure you would love that. And
That's the content that people want, Ben.
I don't think it's the content.
Drop
we want.
every item in the water.
Let's pretend
Drop
like we
all.
did it.
Throw your phone in the ocean. Hello there. Did you drop this?
So we just threw our shield in.
I like an honest person. I will give you something better in return.
Your shield is improved. Now you can defend yourself against fireballs. And it's a nice red
it's
shield.
bigger.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Looks like it has like a V on it.
So unless you know something else, Patrick, I think that those are the 2 items we can upgrade right now.
I know absolutely nothing else in general. Is that a whirlpool down there or a Zora? That's a whirlpool.
That's a whirlpool. Let's
See
check
if, so we have access to these now, so they can warp us around.
Ooh, that's a great noise, isn't it?
It pixelates out, and then it pixelates back in. And we are
Ooh,
in another pond. And there's a
we're
cave
in Lake Hylia.
right next to it. We're in Lake Hylia. And we're walking up between some...
Pond
Oh.
of Happiness. Throw some rupees in, and your wishes will surely come true. Do you want to throw rupees?
Yeah, let's throw rupees in.
5 or 20? 20. Oh.
20.
Happiness increased 20 rupees. In total, your happiness is 20. You became happier by 1 step. For your reference, today you will have great luck.
Hey, I like that. And we can't do anything else but leave. Let's keep
All right.
throwing money into this hole. And that's what I wish people would say about our Patreon. You can call our Patreon a hole. Let's do 20 rupees again. Oh, you just did 5.
That also increased our happiness by 1 step, but we're only going to have a little luck this time.
Oh, interesting. Again, you can call our Patreon a hole if you like throwing money in holes. Did you like that plug? Am I doing it right?
That was a great plug. It was so natural.
It just
You can-
came. It just
you can-
came. It poured out of me.
Yeah, you can tell we definitely didn't script it.
Do we script anything?
No, we don't.
We're going off script. We've abandoned the scripts.
So there's a dark rock here on the middle of this island that we cannot move yet. So, all right, Patrick, I'm going to throw 20 more in, and then we are.
Okay.
That's going to be it.
Very
Admittedly,
good.
I actually don't know what this thing does.
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Put some more in. Put some more rupees in. It'll make the listeners happy. And I'm here for the listeners when it comes down to it. Some people think I'm here for selfish reasons, but that's not the case. Although I do enjoy playing Zelda with my brother, I'm doing all of this for you. Because I know that it's what you need out of life. Let's see. I'll give you some facts while Ben throws roops in. The Japanese release of the game was titled The Legend of Zelda, Triforce of Gods. The
Ooh,
name
I
was
like that.
changed for the Western versions.
Ooh!
Oh, for religious reasons.
Oh, this is so cool. I've never
will
done
make
this.
your wish come true. So, this is a fairy dressed in green that gives you two options. Do you want to carry more bombs or do you want to carry more arrows? I mean, I'm all about carrying more bombs because you need them, you know?
That's true.
Whereas arrows are super fun, but they're not often something that you need.
All right.
So, to go practical, I would suggest bombs. But I can tell that you want to do arrows, so why don't we let the listeners decide? You did arrows.
I did
You
it.
did
I just did
arrows.
it.
Sorry, listeners.
Then I will increase your carrying ability so you can carry 35 arrows at maximum. This is just a small happiness I can give you.
What a nice
I really
fairy.
thought they were going to double it to 60. I have to say.
That would be pretty cool. So I bet that we can go back there and
And just kind of
keep
hit
doing
it,
that.
hit it over and
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah, but maybe let's wait till we have a bunch of rupees.
All right.
And so it was changed from the Triforce of Gods for religious reasons. Again, to try to strip it of this Christian over and undertones
Well, yeah, that one's pretty,
for a Western audience.
All right, so we are going to, referencing the overworld map, we can see that we have 2 items left. So we have the Master Sword, which we know we cannot get yet, and we have the last pendant. And so we're going to make our way up there
Yeah, do it up.
and see what's going on.
I asked a teenager what was up the other day, and he said the sky, and I thought, man, being a teenager was hard. And I just gotta say,
You got adults trying to talk to you randomly and being weird about it?
to all the teenagers
what are
out
you?
there.
Who are you? Why are you talking to some random kid?
I was at a July 4th party at the lake, and this kid mowed my lawn last year when the riding lawnmower. Ooh, look, a bush. Oh, and he fell down a hole. When the riding lawnmower broke, and I was responsible for mowing the lawn at the place I was staying, I got this kid to do it for me. Oh, another fairy. I will soothe your wounds.
And ease your weariness.
And
Close your eyes.
I said, what's up? And he said, the sky, and kept walking. And I was like, man.
How'd that make you feel?
That made me feel like the times that I would be walking around the hallways in high school. Ben is now in the cemetery, which is generally a dangerous place. I was walking around the school hallways, and people would say, what's up? And I'd be like, not much, what's up with you, man? And they'd be like, gone.
Oh, I just pushed on a grave that had some rocks in front of it and fell down.
Yeah, and we're back
in the sewer.
We're back in the sewer, but there's a bomb wall that we didn't bomb, so we have more to Oh, and Ben used the
finally
dash
did it. The dash did it.
to get through a cracked wall. Anyway,
So there's some pots in here. There's some treasure chests in here. Oh, 300.
there came a point where I realized where what's up just means hello sometimes, And people aren't looking for your life story.
It's true.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
That's what it reminded me of.
Patrick, what's up with you right now?
The sky. What's up with me? Oh, I'm kicking it. I jumped in the lake. It's summer right now.
Look
so
at
I can do
you
that.
see the trail that comes behind the
Oh
ring
yeah, it's got magic glittery glistenings You pulled the wrong one. You've done this before. Ben pulled the snake lever, and now he's just gonna slaughter these snakes. Oh no, he just stabbed them and left them
This is good.
wounded.
We can check in with Princess Zelda and see what's going on.
Yeah. Talk to the loyal sage. If you defeat the wizard, the soldiers may regain their sanity. Go! Seek the pendants! Alright.
You should follow the marks the elder made on your map when you explore. If you don't know what to do next, you can also visit a fortune teller.
Thanks for all the advice, you two. I like the fortune teller. I think it can't be understated how much I like the fortune teller. Because you get to go to it to ask it questions, as opposed to Navi, who is just screaming at you the whole game.
Hey, listen.
We almost called our podcast Hey Listen.
We really wanted to.
It's been done before. There's like a Hey Listen podcast that's not about Zelda out there, and I just gotta say, that's messed up.
Let's see what the fortune teller has to tell us,
Okay.
and then we'll go up Death Mountain.
Okay.
The music in here is great.
Yeah, this is some great music. This is the jam.
You look like you might have an interesting destiny. May I tell your fortune? I'll make it cheap.
Ask him to tell it. Do it. And he's raising up his hands. He's a little purple dude in a robe.
Abracadabra, alakazam. You'll find a mushroom lover at the magic shop. Now I will take 15 rupees. I hope you will be healthy. Yee-ha-ha-ha! I know you really love that end part.
I love
I wanted to
that
make sure I
end
hit it well
part.
for you.
You did it. You crushed it. Very good.
All right,
Very,
so
very
apparently
good.
we can find a mushroom. Ooh, we got another kind of...
Pixely out. Pixely back in.
Ooh, we got some new music.
And now we're in the woods, and there's a fog over the woods with different textures to the fog, and we just entered a stump.
Oh, there's a guy here.
Oh.
Hey, kid. This is a secret hideout for a gang of thieves, see? Go down there without permission, see? By the way, I heard that one of our ex-members is staying at the entrance to the desert, see?
I think we met that one.
Oh, there's a piece of heart that we can't get yet.
Is that the dude who paid us to not tell anybody where he lived?
Yeah, that guy was kind of near the entrance to the dungeon, but, not... Oh, I just found a hole. Okay, that's cool.
Falling down holes after you cut up
Ah.
a bush, and that is exactly where that piece of heart that we
That's
just
how you
saw
get
that
that.
we couldn't get was.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the guy who's being quiet or the guy that gave us all the money.
Okay.
Well, probably one of the two, for sure.
Either way, got a lot of thieves hiding around. Maybe ex-thieves. Maybe gang members aren't all thieves.
Oh, hey.
And I shouldn't judge. I see a little mushroom. It dances, like all on its own.
This mushroom smells like sweet, rotten fruit. You can give this to anyone who wants it. So I think that's what the fortune teller was telling us to do, was to find
Yeah.
that fruit. So,
Likely.
all right,
Definitely likely.
Let's make our way over.
Ben's exploring. There's a little hoarder under a bush.
Ooh.
Those little critters under bushes.
This is it, the Master Sword. No, this can't be it. Too bad. There's just like a sword here in the middle of the forest.
And you can throw it at a buzz blob and get a bunch of magic.
Now we are out of the forest.
Cool.
We are... Oh yeah, cool. So we're just to the west of the...
The mountain range. The mountain range. The mountain
of Death
range.
Mountain. Yeah. Oh, who are these guys?
Yo, Shambles. A mysterious fog has recently fallen over the forest. We have to be careful.
We saw it.
Maybe it's nothing, but this tree feels kind of strange as we cut it.
So we have two people here. The house. The house of Lumberjacks A. Bumpkin and B. Bumpkin.
Very creative names
Yeah,
there.
You could come up with the last name easily enough, but you can't give them something different than A and B.
Maybe that's the joke, Maybe that's it. That's the
Sure.
tweet.
Oh. So we have another heart container that we cannot get to as it's
Up on a ledge. They like putting them up on ledges we can't
They
reach.
do.
Mad rude. Why don't you just give them to me? I wonder what's up with this tree. I don't remember what's up with this tree.
I'm trying to run into it and it won't let me, so.
Nope, nothing's happening. Run into that tree. I bet there's something in that one. Bees! Lots and lots of bees! Lots and lots of bees!
The screen
Run
is
from
slowing
the
down.
swarm!
The scene is... There we go. That was great. That was great.
Oh,
Let's see what this sign says.
tricky. Don't get hit by that buzz bomb.
Danger! Do not enter Death Mountain without the king's permission.
Yo, I do
Well-
what I want. I am a king.
Well, I'm pretty sure the king's dead. Long
Talking
live the
about
king.
a Kang. You seen True Detective season 1?
Most of it.
Talking about a Kang. That's from that show. Reference with the reference point and the source material added.
All right,
Speaking of source
so-
material, shout out to ZeldaDungeon.net for helping me figure out all these enemies' names.
So we got some keys here. We're in a dark dungeon or a dark like cave.
Uh-huh.
Um,
And we have to use our lantern. By dark, he means you can only see right in front of you.
whoa!
I don't know who you are, but if you're going up to the mountain, will you take me with you? I lost my lamps, so
There's just like an old guy, just like here in the cave.
And now
He
he's
appears-
following us around. He's got a good mustache.
He does have a good mustache. Yeah.
And now we're in another room. He's coming.
Kind of looks like grandfather. Kind of has that like bowl cut thing.
watch your step. There are holes in the ground. Could you turn right here, maybe? Young man, are you also going to the mountain to look for the golden power? Just ahead is a mountain full of monsters. Many people have vanished in this mountain while looking for the golden power. I don't want to steer you wrong, so please don't get too involved in such a mad quest.
All right,
So we're
bro.
gonna
We'll
turn
take a
right.
right.
Whoa!
And we-
This is like a dead end full of keys. So I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah, this is why he got lost. Dude, keep your advice to your...
Turn right. You know, I have a granddaughter who is your age.
Do you think he's trying to match us up with her?
Ooh, I like that little matchmaker here in the middle of a dark cave.
The king took her to the castle and she never returned.
Oh, it's much more morbid than we thought.
And maybe it's part of the wizard's plot. I'm sure he's trying to somehow use the power of the descendants of the wise man.
Is he trying to humble brag that he's a descendant of the wise man?
That's a humble brag right there.
Yeah.
See, he doesn't even care about his granddaughter. He's just trying to get us
All
to
right, so
know
we
who
pop
he
out of the
is.
cave, and there are rocks falling on us. There are like little squirrel-looking things that turn into statues.
The squirrels are called dead rocks.
The missing maidens are still alive somewhere. I believe that a hero will rescue them. I wait for that day. These are dangerous times. I talked too much. Anyway, thanks for your kindness to an old man like me. I wanted to give you this. If you wander into a magical transporter, gaze into this mirror.
Nice.
He gave you the magic mirror. This mirror is blue, clear, and beautiful. You feel like it's going to absorb you into another world.
There's a lot of foreshadowing going on. And now he's just chilling inside this cave.
The wizard has deceived the king, and now he is trying to open the way to the dark world. To complete your quest, you will need the moon pearl, which is in the tower on top of the mountain. All I can do for you now is to comfort your weariness. Come back here anytime. Woohoo!
Wow, he's so excited now that he's just chilling in a cave.
I think
giving
you
us hearts.
ad-libbed that last little bit. I'm gonna say.
Strong accusation. We're gonna have to take that up with the Hall of Elders because it's a pretty serious accusation. Ben's
right.
navigating through a cave.
So we're making our way, through a cave here. Again, it's dark, so we have to use our lantern.
Mm-hmm.
There,
Get a little
there's
pot,
really not too
get
much
some
in here. I mean, there's some.
ropes.
Oh, here we go. Here's an exit.
Nice.
All right, so we're continuing to make our way up. This cave leads the path back to Kakariko Village. Well, we're not trying to go back. We're trying to go up, yo. Don't try and hold me
Wow.
back.
We're like at the top of the mountain. There's gems.
Ooh, look
We
at
walk
this.
up to the cliff, so there's like gems in the ground. You can see the lost woods through
That's
the
so
clouds from on top of this
cool.
mountain. Just walking around. There's a heart container on a ledge we can't get to.
Again, park container on a ledge.
Heart container on a ledge. Can't get
There's
to
a-
that heart container
Can't
across
get-
this pit. Looks dangerous. We're not even gonna
We're
try.
just bouncing out of there.
Okay. We come out of the cave. And
Oh,
okay, so
what is
now we
that?
are looking at a triple rock formation with little rocks around it. Hold on. It looks kind of scary. Is that a
portal?
These could be the magical transponders that the old man mentions.
Well, you know what? I think that we've had a long journey, and maybe, just maybe, we should take a little break before we go through this dangerous-looking portal. Have a nap, maybe eat something, and maybe wait until next week
But look
before...
what's up there. It's right there.
It looks kind of dangerous. I think we could really use a rest before we do that. What do you think?
How is it that the person playing wants to keep playing? I think that might be telling us something about the game. But yes, we can definitely take a break. This is
What a cliffhanger. Where does the portal lead?
we'll have to find out
Nobody
on
knows.
next week's
Tune in next
episode.
week.
Wait, are you doing it or am I doing it?
Hyrule Podcasters! Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of
Hyrule Podcasters.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Hyrule Podcasters and on Twitter at Hyrule Podcaster.
As always, this episode was produced by Patrick, and we'd like to thank Lieutenant Headtrip for composing original music for the podcast, including our theme song.
Additionally, if you'd like to directly support us, you can head over to our Patreon page. Patreons get early access to episodes and more. Links to everything can be found in the show notes.
And be sure to rate and review us in Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you listen.
Conduit Media.